Hey guys, I'm back again as promised to talk about welfare reform and how we fix welfare and why our government refuses to take on this initiative and correct a major problem in our country right now. First of all, let me start by saying that if you don't think the system is broken, you are apparently getting a check right now, because if you are not in the entitlement programs in this country, and you are a hard-working American citizen who is paying taxes on already taxed dollars, you know the system is broken when you see your money wasted. Our country, a good majority of our country, is very lazy, and they feel entitled. Well, through these entitlement programs, they know now they can make more money sitting at home without working than they would if they held down a job. The problem with that is that it has become the new American dream. I don't think that's what our forefathers meant when they established this country and it became the melting pot for the world. The problem is that, let me back up, anyone can make a mistake. And I think if a young person makes a mistake, or let's say for instance a young lady happens to make a mistake and she's single and she's pregnant and she needs assistance. I am a Christian, and I think there should be something in place to help that young lady and help that child, so they can have a means of living and she can have a means of supporting this child. However, I do not agree with the fact that the more babies you make, the more money you get. I don't think that we should pay, or the taxpayer should be punished because someone has decided that they can make a living making babies. I think the program should have some set amount of money, and once you make the same mistake over and over and over, that set amount of money does not increase. You have to figure out how to live off of a set budget, like the working class here in America. They being our government, will not attack welfare reform at this time because they cannot have a cut in welfare. The economy is barely holding on in this country, and a lot of that economy is stimulated through the welfare and entitlement programs. These people do not invest money, they do not save money, they take the money they're given and they typically spend it immediately. That immediate spend goes right back into the economy and stimulates our economy, thus falsely supporting the fact that the dollar is strong and our economy is good. The government does not want to fix that, or does not want that spend to go away right now, so they keep pushing this to the back burner. Well, now I told you why they won't fix it. Now I'm going to tell you how they can fix it. It's very simple. Make welfare a limited program, just like unemployment, obviously with longer terms. For instance, this is just a draft of my thoughts. Let's say a person gets on welfare or in an entitlement program. Typically now, once they get on the program, they're lifelong participants. So if someone gets on the program at 18 and they live to be 68, they stay on the program the entire life. And tax dollars are spent in enormous amounts on each individual. So let's just say 5 years into this thing is how it starts, 5 years. And during those 5 years, as this person is receiving benefits, there has to be goals that they hit during that time. And let's just say like by year 2 or year 3, they get a GED. Then they go to some kind of finance class that teaches them to understand and balance money and live off of a budget, and then say by the end of that 5 years that they have an active checking account in place. Because believe it or not, most of them don't have a checking account they actually go to convenience stores and pay 5, sometimes 10% to have checks cashed, and they go and pay for money orders and those kind of things, which is an additional expense, but hey, it's not their money, it's mine and yours. So then, at that point in time, after 5 years, someone comes in from a government agency and reviews if this person is capable of living off of the system. Have they learned enough, and how are they able to manage their money well enough to actually go out on their own, get a job, and take care of themselves and their family? If not, maybe they're issued 2-year increments after that. So let's say after those 2 years, maybe they got to have first year of an associate's degree completed, or some kind of further education, or maybe some kind of work skill, whatever it is, but just something that has a guideline. And at the end of each one of those 2 years, it's evaluated. And maybe 10 years is the maximum. I know you're going, wow, 10 years. Okay, let's just say somebody gets $2,000 a month for 10 years. So you can do the math. Do that times 50 years. You just see the money we saved on one person. Now multiply that times the millions who are in entitlement programs. And guess what? We don't have to raise taxes. We don't have to cut spending. We just balance the budget in this country by doing one simple thing. Our leaders know what has to be done. They just don't want to do it. They don't want to mess with their constituents. They don't want to mess with their votes. They don't want to mess with the economy. Look, guys, I'm a taxpayer. I work every day. I'm tired of it. Reform it. It's my money. Good day, people.